Welcome to One on One with Jane. I'm your host, and today I have Shawn on my show. He actually is a filmmaker, and he's been making films for quite some time now. So, what actually got you into making films?
It started with, back in high school when I grew a passion for it. And I started a production company by the name of JayMoney Films. Um, my baby brother, it's named after my baby brother. My baby brother was the backbone to me of continuing in acting because I was completely ready to walk away from it. So I named it after him when he passed in 2014. So what I use J Money Films for, well, what I'm about to start using it for is to help struggling actors, other struggling actors, to help be seen and having problems with getting the parts in major films.
Oh, that's good. So, are you writing any scripts, or have you written any scripts for the company?
Actually, right now, I am in the middle of learning from a good friend of mine who's great at script writing. He's shown me a lot of things about script writing, and we're working on a project right now,
Oh,
and
that's good.
I'm learning how it's done, how scripts are put together, and I know how to make a film. I know how to be in a film, but now I want to learn how to actually write a film.
Oh,
So that's what I'm in the middle of doing right now.
well, if you're observant, it will work. Because a lot of times I get ideas by looking how people behave. You know what I mean?
Right.
I caught a habit of yours. I don't want to write it in, but I was like, wow, that's a touching the nose thing. I could create a character about how.
I don't know. That's just my habit. I do it by habit. I
know.
don't know
I don't
why.
want to write that character, but I'm just saying I observe how people behave and I get ideas. Um,
Right.
but sometimes I get ideas from um, uh, like I like envision something and I was like, oh wow, or and sometimes it's just brainstorming, just writing out anything until something comes out.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so they say when you read a lot, you get ideas too. Do you spend a lot of time reading as a writer?
Um, I think a lot of reading is a part of it. This is how you go into character development. This is how you want to portray this film to be. So a part of reading is part of being a part of the script is a part of the reading. So yeah, that's why you see a lot of rehearsals and take ones all the way to take 100. So yeah, you can reading is all a part of.
I know. I'm gonna make you laugh. I was working on a project. It was like 2 years ago in the summer, and I said to the girl,
Right.
"Okay." She's like, "Can we actually come back to the scene and do another scene?" I said, "No, everything's set up right now." She didn't understand. She was more of a model, and then
Right. Right.
I didn't
Right.
want to argue with her because she had that look on her face, and I was like, "Oh," and because it was storming outside and started getting bad outside, and I
Right.
nobody when something's set up, you can't move to another direction because you have to look at the lighting. We could lose light, you know. It
Right.
was hard for me to explain to her what was going on. I was trying to film medium pace. Um,
Right.
but did you ever envision something, but it was hard for you to explain it?
No, not really. Not when it comes to filmmaking. I think if you focus on the project and have fun with it, I think you'll get it done. A good exercise to do while you're on set is improv. You never know what you actually come up with. It may come up better than the actual script. A lot of projects that I've been a part of, that's what we've done. We've done a lot of impromping, and I found out that they end up using the impromping instead of the actual script, and sometimes it's vice versa. So you never know until you actually try.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make you laugh. Sometimes I feel like improv messes up the next line. Let's say I was acting in a scene with you, and then it would
Right.
throw you off because some actors memorize everybody else's lines. I had an actor of
Yeah.
mine, and out of frustration, the guy was only
Yeah.
19, and he had everybody's lines memorized. I was like,
Yeah. I
wow.
mean, if you review the script enough, you will remember other people's lines. So yeah, it's possible.
And I know when someone makes up their own line, but I don't say anything. I still keep going because I don't want to mess up the
Yeah.
chemistry.
That's the whole point behind impromping is to not freeze up, make up your own, it just might work. I mean, the director and the producer may love it, and then again, they may not. You never know until it happens.
Um, do you think sometimes it can mess up the writer's image? Like, let's say you're pissed off and you don't want them to say that line. What if they're not funny and you said some funny scene?
Well, I mean, that's when you hear that cut.
Oh yeah.
You get that cut, yeah, and you know, you end up taking it from the top or at a certain point on the script. So yeah, I mean, that's all a part of acting.
I would make you laugh. Years ago, I knew you for a long time because you sat in my second movie called Stupid Habits,
Right,
and I'm gonna
right.
make you laugh. The older guy, Robert Biggs, but he passed away. He used to always say "cut" before I. That was funny. His favorite line was say "cut" because he was a script supervisor listening to the scenes, and I was thinking, I can't believe it. And then one time and then I said, look, I said, he got in an argument with me, and I said, okay. Then to make a long story short, I said, I'm walking away. He said, wait, I need you. He almost cried. To direct.
Wow.
This is a long time ago because he was just a script supervisor. Yeah.
Acting comes with a lot of emotions. Just make sure they're in the right spot.
Yeah, I know you're right. And would you prefer being behind the scenes or in front of it?
To be honest with you, I love being in front, but if I can do some work behind, I'm perfectly fine with that too.
Okay. What are your skills behind the scenes? What have you done?
Oh man, I've done leads, I've done supporting, I've done music videos, I've done short films, feature film. Um, yeah, I've done green screen work, voiceover work. Yeah, I've done quite a bit when it comes to this acting world.
Yeah, I had a feeling voiceover work because you have a nice voice for it. Um,
Oh, with that,
you're welcome. What are your plans now during the quarantine 19?
well, you know, my plans right now is I'm focused on the projects that are underway out there, already finished, and we're trying to, get dates and possible dates for release. And with the, COVID-19 lockdown and the protests, and we can't really pinpoint it exactly, but we got a certain idea what we're shooting for, and the first film that I'm working on for JayMoney Films, my production company. We're getting ready to start casting, and I already have the production side taken care of, and we're getting ready for the casting part. And we're going to move as God allows us to.
Yeah, actually, some people are afraid to take a chance because I was putting together a cast and a few guys walked away, and it's okay because one guy has no patience and he's always doing
Right.
things on the weekends, and I
Yeah.
thought he could do the voiceover work for the puppets,
Right.
and then
Right.
the other guy, uh, they're looking at what's going on in the world, they're acting really crazy, so they backed away from my projects. I found others.
Well, you know what? It depends on the individual. It's all about the individual, how they view life and what they're going through. Me personally, I'm all about pushing the envelope. I believe in moving forward. I don't believe in going backwards. So, it just breaks down to the individual. That's what it really matters.
I know.
That's what it boils down.
Um, well, thanks a lot for being on One on One with Jane.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Jane.
You're welcome.